Hi everyone, this is Abhinav from Phone Bunch, and today we are taking a look at the brand new Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime with 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage, and yes, it's made in India. The manufacturing date is a bit incorrect. Well, it's September 2015. Possibly it was supposed to launch at a later date, but it comes with the same Snapdragon 410 quad-core processor as the previous gen device. 4.7-inch HD IPS display, 8 megapixel rear camera with BSI sensor, 2 megapixel front camera, MIUI 6, 2 gigs of LPDDR3 RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage, which is again expandable, a 2200 mAh battery, which is removable. This is a 4G LTE device with dual SIM support. So let's go ahead and cut open the seals and have a look at the phone itself. We have got it in grey color from Amazon. I'll have a link in the description for both Amazon and Flipkart. Do try to buy it from our link. It helps the channel. So there's the phone itself. You have your documentation right here, a quick start guide of sorts, and here's a 2200 mAh battery. You have a micro USB to USB data syncing and charging cable. Great quality again. The charger this time around has become a bit smaller. It is changed from the one we got earlier with the Redmi 2 and gives a 1 ampere output. So folks, this is the brand new Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime with 2 gigs of RAM. Now black front, grey back. There is a white variant also available, but the back changes. The front still remains black. You have your volume rocker as well as a power button on the right. Great clicky feedback. These feel really premium, really good to hold. But yes, they are made out of plastic. At the top, you have the 3.5mm audio jack. There's nothing on the left. At the bottom, you have the primary microphone and the micro USB data syncing and charging port, which is again a bit weird. You really don't know in which orientation you have to insert the micro USB cable. Now, the phone does look pretty solid to me. You have a 8 megapixel rear camera right here, LED flash, speakerphone right there as well, and a secondary noise cancellation mic up top. The back isn't exactly matte finish, but it isn't that silvery either. It does look quite good. It doesn't feel cheap to hold in the hand. Moreover, I don't notice any creaking, bend or flex over here. So let's open up this back cover. We'll take a look inside at the arrangement of the SIM card slots and the battery compartment as well. The back cover is easily removable. Again, as I said, it doesn't bend or flex that easily. It is quite sturdy. Coming to the inside, you have your micro SIM card slots. You can expand storage up to 32 gigs with a micro SD card. Both SIM cards can accept a 4G SIM card, a 3G or a 2G SIM card. And you can see the SAR value 0.999, which is pretty much under the 1.6 watt per kg limit. Now let's go ahead and put in the battery and then we'll power on the phone for the very first time. So that's a 2200 mAh battery in a very snug fit here. So let me just close up shop, and you can see it is actually very sturdy. It is a very small device and it feels great to hold in the hand. And given that not everybody likes huge devices, this is a great starting point. So you have a 2 megapixel front facing camera, you have proximity and light sensors along with the earpiece right up top and capacitive buttons which probably don't again light up. And you have a notification LED just below the home button there. And you have a 4.7-inch HD IPS display clad in Asahi Dragon Trail glass, and we have already seen it doesn't get scratched easily. So folks, we have booted into MIUI 6 running on top of Android 4.4.4 KitKat on the new Redmi 2 Prime. Now let's get into settings. I'll just show that to you as well. So you see right there, Android 4.4.4, and actually we don't know when it will be upgraded to Lollipop, but an update is definitely coming. You can see that you have 12.36 gigs of internal storage available. Out of that, 16 gig. You can expand storage, and USB OTG is also supported over here. I'll play a 1080p video for you. Video playback again is flawless. Snapdragon 410 actually performs quite well, doesn't heat up on most devices as well. And you can see even with some apps open in the background, we have 1 gig of RAM that's free right now. I'll just free up the entire space, so it's about 1.3 gigs when the phone is idle without any apps running in the background. Now coming to this 4.7-inch HD IPS display, it has good viewing angles. I do see a bit of brightness shifting in vertical direction. You can see that horizontally everything looks fine. There is no color shifting over here. This display does seem a little bit different from the original Redmi 2 in terms of color reproduction. This is slightly warmer, but I'll compare it later on and get back to you. Overall, it looks very sharp. And coming to the cameras, you have tap to focus available over here. 8 megapixel rear camera, 2 megapixel front camera. The rear camera also has a BSI sensor. You can control exposure manually over here. There are a lot of settings. There is a manual control too. Some filters are also available. It is quite a robust camera interface. You can see that manual mode up top. There's a scene mode too. So apart from auto, you can go into portrait, landscape, sports, night, a lot of those. And here's the front facing camera. Again, it is actually pretty decent. Now this is one of the images that I've just taken and it does look pretty alright. Color saturation levels also hold good. It is in focus. Now let's talk about the software. So this phone is running Android 4.4.4. It is a bit behind given that most phones launched today with Android Lollipop on board, but MIUI 6 is a definite value add. We have already got an update of about 625 odd MB, which increases the version from 6.5 to 6.6, so we'll check that out later on. Overall performance still seems to be very zippy on the device. You have your notification quick toggles right up top, quite a lot of them, including a flashlight toggle, very useful stuff. You have your themes support built in as well, lots of customization. And as I said, you do have a notification LED just below the home button. You can see it glowing red, green and blue. You can go ahead and customize the color profile for that as well. And even with so many apps running in the background, you have more than 850 odd MB free right now. So again, memory management seems to be pretty good. Now let's talk about web browsing. So I've loaded phonebunch.com. You can see scrolling is very smooth over here, as is pinch to zoom. Moreover, the touch response from this display is really great. You have an OGS panel, which is one glass solution. So the front panel, which is a side drag and trail glass, the actual touchscreen layer and the LCD are all fused together. And the phone does perform very well. You have seen all the apps that I opened, they opened up very quickly. And if I move back again to Chrome, you will see that it is still loaded. It hasn't been killed. So memory management seems to be good. The touch response is good again. The display does look quite good. The build is very solid on the device. I really like these clicky buttons very much. It feels solid, it looks great, just like the previous Redmi 2 device. It comes with more storage, more RAM. Again, you have this price at the original price of the Redmi 2, just Rs 6,999. It seems a very good bet at this price, but we'll be taking an in-depth look at it, including camera review, a separate gaming review as well. So stay tuned, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button so you don't miss out on these videos. Thanks for watching. Any questions, let us in the comment section, and as always, have a great day.